What's up, everybody? My name is Kevin, or you can just call me Kev. I got my Gorilla Mind energy right here, and as you can tell, I'm not outside today. I'm actually just chilling at home. I just got back from class like 2 hours ago, and I ended up having some French toast. It was just 2 slices of Dave's bread with 3 eggs. After that, I had my 5 grams of collagen, and then I hopped in the shower, and here I am with my Gorilla Mind. I think this is the Arctic White energy drink. So, first sip, shall we? Not bad, not bad. Anyway, it's been a minute since I've had a quality handstand push-up or just even a handstand session. I ended up hurting my wrist a little bit, straining it when I was doing my one-arm handstand training. And ever since then, it's been about a week now, I took a break from the parallettes and I've been sticking only to the ground. And then recently, I've also just got these new wooden blocks, which I was really, really excited about. I got them for like 20 bucks off a guy on Instagram who was really nice. He was really, really nice. But yeah, so for today's session, I'm going to stick probably no parallettes, but I might include one, maybe 2 sets if I feel good during the warm-up. So no more talking. I'm going to get straight into this warm-up. I'm going to time myself, make it 10 minutes, and yeah, just take it from there. Alright, so back to the main event. I'm going to go ahead and do my handstand holds, alternating with some pull-ups in between. And that'll be it. I'm going to do 2 sets of each, give myself a little bit of a longer rest, and jump straight into my session. That was actually a really good handstand hold. Was a little unsure after that first 2 kick-ups, but I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a 90-second rest. I'm gonna crank out some tuck rows, probably 4 of them, and then crank out some regular pull-ups just to get my back nice and activated as well. So 90-second rest, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Drill you're seeing right here is an intentional lean of the shoulders, and I'm doing this only so I can learn how to better use my fingertips, or if you guys have ever heard the expression spider hands, for the handstand hold. I've been putting a lot of pressure on my wrists by not utilizing this move enough, so I'm hoping by intentionally leaning forward and bringing myself back into alignment that my handstands and handstand push-ups are hopefully going to improve. But I'll keep you guys posted on it. This is something I used to do when I initially learned how to do the handstand hold. Finally made it to the main portion of my training session, the handstand push-ups. So for today and for the future, I'm only doing 3 sets of skill work, followed by about 30 minutes of 3 different exercises for my strength training. So to start off, I obviously have my handstand push-ups where I do 3 sets of 3, all while keeping more focus on my fingertips and making sure that I'm not placing too much pressure on my wrist. Yeah. Which overall, this one felt really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. I was really happy with it. Coming in to set number 2. Still gonna stay only on my hands, no parallettes, no blocks, just good old freestanding handstand push-ups. I am aiming for 3 reps here, but in the moment, I don't really know if I could do it. I am looking for quality over quantity, but I felt out of balance, which is honestly one of the worst things about doing freestanding handstand push-ups. Coming in, set number 3. It's going to be my final set right here. Really focusing on quality, and initially before I was recording, I was thinking of doing 4 sets, but I'm already struggling on the 3rd. There's no point in doing a 4th if it's going to be with bad form. I mean, look at how much I'm struggling here, right? Bam. Gotta know my limits. And there's no shame in it. You know, calisthenics has its skill portion, but it also has its strength portion. Taking a little break right there just to hit some front lever holds, followed by a front lever hold using the wall. Lastly, I'm doing my 90-degree handstand push-ups. I usually do it with parallettes, not on the ground. So this is an entirely new feeling to me. And as you can tell by the direction of my wrist, I don't know the correct form. Here I am visualizing it, and I decided to turn out my palms a little bit outwards, just so that my wrists have a little more room to feel comfortable as I lean. Piking the hips, that's how I know that my weight is distributed more towards the backside of my hand. But as I lean, the weight comes up to the fingertips, and yeah, I'm still struggling to hold it, but I decide, let me try to push up real quick and see if I could do it, and fell out of balance again. It's going to be a common theme in today's practice, but the important thing is that I don't beat myself up too much, or not at all. Hopefully you guys don't beat yourself up too much when you guys have a bad training day, especially when it comes to handstands, because you know, balancing, you are going to have some bad days with it. You are also going to have some really, really good days with it. But as long as you guys stay consistent, and for handstand specifically, if you're getting your daily exposure, then you are going to improve in the long run. So in total, I did 5 sets of 1 rep 90-degree handstand push-ups. And for the final set, I went back to just good old regular handstand push-ups, where I focused more of a deeper range of motion. So an in-between of a handstand push-up and 90-degree handstand push-up. Finishing off with 1 more set. Same strategy as I was mentioning before, nothing too crazy right here. And I surprised myself because I was fatigued, but I overall felt pretty strong. Like, even looking at the footage, like, it's not looking too bad. I was happy with it, so I decided, you know what, let me go into a quick forward bend followed by a back bend. I want to get my Mexican handstand or hollow back handstand sometime by the end of this year. So just training this whenever I can. Little movement snacks here and there. Training it passively, which is funny enough how I unlocked the front lever. Don't underestimate the power of doing little things, guys. It really does add up. So now I made it to my strength block, where I use my handstand blocks to just crank out some handstand push-ups. I used to do it back to wall, but I decided that for the moment I'm going to go back to chest to wall, just so I could focus on leaning forward. The back to wall push-ups are great, but I do tend to arch my back, and I'm not going to lie, I did arch my back a bit on this first set. It is a little bit hard to tell with the shirt on, but I could tell by looking at it. So first set, not the best, but I did decide before the practice that I was going to do quantity over quality during the strength portion, just to hit hypertrophy and stay away from the strength training that I've been doing. So even though I am calling it my strength block, I am focusing on hypertrophy training. Don't know if I'm going to be doing that the next session, because I do prefer doing quality, which is what I ended up doing on the second set. If I had my shirt off, it'd look a lot better in terms of form. It looks like I have a slight arch, in my opinion, in my eyes. I don't know about your eyes. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. But at least when I did the movement, I felt pretty good. And honestly, that's all that matters when you do handstand push-ups when you start off. Unless your goal is to get perfect alignment, then yeah, you know, go for it. But my purpose for today is quantity over quality, which isn't always the case. Here I am, just dead against the wall. Coming in, another set, my final set, and yeah, finishing up with the same approach. And at this point, I'm debating if it was worth doing the quantity over quality. But honestly, as I'm looking here at the footage, The third set is looking pretty good. Like there, that's an arch. That's an obvious arch. And I decided to bend my knees, see if I could get one more push-up in, but I'm tired. Don't really have the energy in me. And I'm like, you know what? Last one, and nope. Let me just rest right here real quick, think about my actions. And then I do my good old scapula push-ups. These aren't just preparatory. You guys could do these in the middle of your session just to, remind yourself about what it feels like. What's that protraction you need for your handstand push-up or for your planche? I'm a big fan of it. So, second up, I got my 90-degree handstand holds. Don't really train this one too often. I used to, but then I took a break. It's just, with calisthenics, it gets hard to be training multiple skills at once. At least for me, it is. So I swap things here and there. And for this next training cycle, at least for the next month, I'll be focusing on 90-degree holds and 90-degree handstand push-ups, which are a lot more tiring than I thought. Like, I'd be laying in the floor a lot more on these than I do in any other move. I'm not happy with the form on this one at all. I think with my handstand push-ups, chest to wall could be a little debatable, but for this one, nah, I'm not happy with it. I think I have a lot of room for improvement, and I'm definitely going to improve. Hard love, but it is love at the end of the day on myself. Keep myself accountable. I gotta say though, in terms of like some good news or something that I did like from the training, are the pseudo push-ups. These felt really good, and even looking at the footage, they're not too bad. I was playing with my foot placement because I wasn't sure if I wanted them flexed or in plantar flexion. I ended up experimenting with both of them. I still don't really know which one I like. All I do know is that I want to stay away from little adjustments like that here and there. Don't forget to subscribe. Much love. Peace.